Hi, I'm Laura Holyoke, and I have a PowerPoint presentation that I'm recording for you, going over some information about our class and about organization development. 577 is organization development. It is not organizational development, it is organization development. And I'm going to talk a little bit here about what organization development is, the learning activities that we'll do for the class, and how I teach organization development, also referred to as OD. A classic definition is one you can also find in one of our readings in these first couple of weeks. Of organization development is it's a planned effort that's organizational wide, that's managed from the top. In order to increase organization effectiveness and organizational health through interventions in the organization's processes. The O is about organizations and organization development of all kinds, even families or organizations. And the D is development, and it's about change and improvement, growing towards something, getting better at a mission, improving how work gets done, and how people live their lives. Organization development professionals work on different levels that help individuals and organizations, help teams and organizations, as well as help the organization overall. So the work of an organization development practitioner is done by first researching and evaluating the systems, researching and evaluating organization systems. We're going to talk about that more, and that's what most of this course is focused on. Secondly is identifying approaches, or what's often called interventions. These can be done at an organizational level, a team level, or an individual level in order to improve the effectiveness of the organization and its people. And then applying approaches to improve effectiveness, that is the planned change. And then finally evaluating the ongoing effectiveness of their approaches and their results. A lot of times an OD consultant is used for this. And in order for an OD consultant to identify interventions and apply them and evaluate them, they first need to know what they're looking at. And this is the part of researching and evaluating systems, like what is going on here. And that's what we're going to be learning during this class. Which is why I teach organization development through 4 different frames or lenses. What this does, it allows us to view organizations in 4 different ways so we can understand where the issues or problems are in an organization and how those may be improved. Let me go back. Sorry. The 4 lenses or frames, you'll find that Bowman and Deal call them frames, and I often call them lenses. Both the same thing, and you'll find that I use them interchangeably. We have a structural frame, an HR, a trifocal frame, cultural frame, and then a political frame that I'm going to talk about here in a couple minutes. For our course, each of the frames or lenses, you'll have assigned readings. Mostly you'll do assigned readings from the Bowman and Deal text. I also have some miscellaneous OD readings for you. Then I would like for you to view any associated PowerPoint presentation. For each of the lenses, I tend to introduce additional information that I record on PowerPoints that I would love for you to know about. I would also like for you to partake in an ensuing discussion, and these are part of your grade. And then finally, to complete OD content notes and applications. So the ensuing discussions are real-time, face-to-face. They can be on a phone, they can be during Zoom sessions. What I would like is for pre-discussion to take the date, time, and place to invite others to join you. And the discussions should contribute directly to your notes application to help you understand what the different concepts are. And then post-discussion, just one person to list the participants, date, and place of your discussion, and then a brief summary, bullet points that you talked about. And then please, if your group has any questions, if you would please email me those questions. I am hosting discussions on the following evenings. All the discussions, I can see that I put them up here a little differently. They all start at 5, they all go from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And I've scheduled 5, the same number that you have. You can attend my discussions and get your ensuing discussion points by doing that. You can also attend, if you're not able to make mine and want to set up your own discussions, please do that and please invite others. Some people even find that they come to the discussions that I host and also meet with other people in the course to talk about the content. So the content notes, we have kind of 2 different kinds. So the first ones that I'm having you do is just over general organization development and the pieces that I'm having you read. These will be different than all of your other content notes. So I'm asking you to, from our readings, to choose one founder, articulate how that individual contributed to organization development. Then I want you to learn something about the individual that is not available in our science readings. There's information about these people all over on the internet. And then why did you choose this particular individual? Then what I would like for you to do is to find an article that relates to organization development, AOLL, and that interests you. Please write a summary of that article. Tell me why you chose it. Tell me what you learned as it relates to organization development. And please include APA full bibliographic information. I provided a journal list on your assignment. And then finally, to explain how you can benefit by learning about organization development, by learning about the lenses and frames that we are going to be covering during this semester. The other 4 content notes and application, what I would like for you to do is to include a summary of the frame or lens. Please use your own voice writing. You can certainly cite sources. And then I'm asking you to choose 3 of the provided related concepts and to explain and to connect to the content. The content being, the frame that we're covering or the lens that we're covering. And then finally, I have application questions. What I'm asking you to do is answer 3 of the questions. You can use the movie, The Devil Wears Prada, or you can use your own work situation or a previous work situation that you are quite knowledgeable about. For each one of our content notes and application, I will have a list of concepts that you can cover and address, and I will have a list of questions. So you get to choose the 3 concepts, and you get to choose the 3 questions to answer. The Devil Wears Prada, I think, was filmed in 2006. I keep looking for a different movie, but this one seems to be semi-entertaining, kind of fun, and a good application of maybe some OD issues that they have. And I think a lot of as we go through each one of the lenses, it's pretty clear to see and apply the different concepts. So overall, the goal is to develop your skills of seeing through these different lenses, of reframing and understanding, using the different perspectives to think about organizational issues. So instead to set aside what may be presented itself as you look at a situation and look through it through different lenses. The first lens that we will talk about is the structural lens. What this lens does is it illuminates the non-human aspects of an organization. Oftentimes it's referred to the structure or blueprint, a design of the organization. Several elements that we are quite familiar with in terms of structural elements are the purpose, mission, goals of an organization, how labor is divided and coordinated, how decisions are made, the control systems within an organization, and then also the resources in terms of money, information, skills, time. The second lens or frame that we are going to talk about is the human resource, or I also refer to it as a trifocal lens. The three different parts of this lens. One is the personal, the individual part of the lens, the human beings. And then the second part are the family and groups aspects of this lens, group dynamics. And then the third part is the organization as itself. And this is a sort of a organismic or medical clinical lens. So it looks at the organization as if it were a person in terms of healthy, unhealthy. The trifocal lens ideas come from psychology because organizations are much like extended family. We do spend a lot of time with these people. And then how people are regarded and interact with one another. These are the groups and group dynamics. Then personal characteristics of individuals and their effects on organizations. And then finally, looking at an organization or a person. Anyhow, the fourth lens or frame that we will talk about is political. So this is the phenomenon of competing interest in organizations. We often refer to it as a dirty word called power. But how we talk about it in this course may have you hopefully reframe it a little bit. So it's really the competing scarce resources and our interests that create political problems in organizations. And then finally, a cultural view. I cannot remember right now what Bowman and Deal call it, but I refer to it as culture. And this is viewing organizations in a way that focuses on the issues of meaning and faith, and what has meaning in organizations, and what that means. I ran through this pretty fast. I wanted to just present it to you, to say hello, to say welcome, and to please ask if you have questions. I do overlook things. I'm human, and although I've been teaching for a long time, this is my 19th year at the University of Idaho, I'm still learning and growing. So please, if you have a question, a comment, if you see something that I've overlooked or made a mistake, please let me know. Chances are you're not the only person who sees it, or you're not the only person who needs to ask that question. On this last slide, the top right is my son, Caleb. He's 10 years old, starting 5th grade in just a couple of days. In the lower right-hand corner, this is me and my mom. She has just been out here visiting from Missouri. One of the reasons why I'm a little bit behind in getting class up and started is my folks. My mom and stepdad have been out visiting from Missouri for a week. And today, I just took them to Spokane today, Monday. So they're flying home. And then my son, Caleb, has not started school yet. So we are going to be up and running and on it. And I'm really glad that you're here. Thanks so much.